Is due in Nashville, Tennessee, and today we are on the 11Storm server, one of my Patreon servers. And if folks are curious about what that is like, we're going to fly around there in a little bit. There is a build contest starting on the hour, and the hour is soon. The hour is about 17 seconds from now. So everyone prepare to build, and we will have them get underway while we kind of talk about the rules and what's going on. 4, 3, 2, 1, and start building. Your hour starts now. So, we have basically a huge shark in the sky. MJ Alpaca can talk a little bit about what we are looking at here and why it is hosting World Ocean Day. MJ, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. So, what are we looking at here?
All right, yeah. So my kind of initial idea for what I wanted to build this season was a fleet of starships.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of a personal project that I've been rolling around the back of my mind for years now and just had never really made much progress on. So as I was thinking about how to actually design stuff, from scratch, I decided to kind of ground it in, real animals, in this case real shapes, and I decided to go with ocean themed animals, because for the first 3 months of this server we were in a constant deluge of water, and so it
Mm-hmm.
felt thematically appropriate for that.
Yeah, much like the
um
movie Clue. That's how the movie Clue opens, and that's everyone's favorite Tim Curry film, and I've never heard any arguments against that statement.
um
We'll see
so
if the
yeah,
chat's awake yet.
and so, keeping with that theme, I thought it would be fun to do a World Ocean Day parade. um and because it's just something that I personally care about, and also just keeps things a little interesting to where it's not just, I could have just done a parade where we all built, starships or sci-fi themed builds or something, but I wanted to kind of mix things up a bit and have different things going on.
Mm-hmm. So the parade floats are actually going to be constructed with the theme of World Ocean Day, not atop of this ship as was originally planned, but actually inside this ship. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. That was another idea I've been kind of knocking around for a while, with regards to this server, is trying to do an underwater parade, because I thought it might
Mm-hmm.
be interesting to try and, you know, make people build underwater for a parade. It just never really felt like a good time to try it until Kindle suggested we just flood this whole thing and do the World Ocean Day parade underwater. I was like, you know
It's
what? I've been wanting to do an underwater parade anyway, so that works.
yeah, it's never been done before. And let's see. So can we exit out the back here? No, that is not an exit. Which way are we facing? I'm assuming toward the front.
Yeah, toward the front.
Yeah, facing toward out. Interesting. So folks are already starting their builds. So north. Maybe. I don't know.
Yes, that is the cardinal direction, is north.
Facing north. Yes, toward negative Z. Woo. So, welcome everyone to World Ocean Day. Now, obviously, everyone tries to appreciate all oceans equally. And so we're not gonna, harbor any individual ocean ups here. If you want to hype up your favorite ocean, these chats are not the place for it. Although you can do so in the tipping messages, because those are more loosely moderated. So if you want to shout out a particular ocean, tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat, but otherwise that might result in a timeout. Let's see. We'll see how improvised moderation rules go. But yeah, I was trying to think of like my favorite movies that involved water coming into this, and of course there's The Rock, which takes place on an island. There's Waterworld, and I think Clue, like the being surrounded by water, is a major plot point at the beginning of the film Clue, because there is a thunderstorm. Kindle says the Abbeys. Oh, is that like Downton Abbeys? I still haven't seen Abby's. You got some sort of clamshell thing going in here. We're going to take a second and leave the parade route and just fly around the server a little bit and refresh the Voxy mod. / game mode spectator. That's going to let me zoom around a bit faster and update the chunks around here. Because last time we were here was about a month ago for the previous parade. And so some of this has probably been updated since then. Oh, yeah. I guess normally I do time set day for the parades, but that's not really quite as important given that y'all are indoors and underwater. I mean, I don't know if that's a door. You're in bays. You're in mouth. I don't know. Yeah, because that's like the mouth of the ship. What do you call that? The docking window? It would look better outside if it were day. Okay. You guys didn't design this to be seen at night. Set Minecraft Overworld to time marker Minecraft day. Ooh, can I set the other parts of the server to different times? I don't know. Welcome, Fluffy Dragon Royalty. Welcome, No Longer Human. Okay, I'm realizing with the microphone boom arm here, it's going to be a lot harder to reach my drink with this hand. I'm going to have to figure out a new system for that. Bum, 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 bum. So it looks like in the last month there haven't been too many wild changes out this way. There was some stuff over by Kindleus's with him building like a new dock with some cranes and stuff. But yeah, this is looking good. So, let's see.
Actually, Joe, if you TP to me, I can show you some of what I've been working on.
Yeah, where you at?
My area.
Oh, I have to hit the number 8? No, hold on. I'm bad at this. I should probably just type your name rather than trying to... Yeah. There it is. Trying to use a teleporter thing. Whoa, okay.
Yeah, so this
is much better lit.
Oh, yeah.
Did you consider putting skylights? Did you consider putting skylights in the ship?
We considered it, but didn't end up doing it.
Yeah, because I was going to say, even with the... Oh, wait, maybe this is better lit because I'm in spectator mode. That might have given me full bright for the ocean water parts. Yeah. Because... Or is there also a... what do you call it here?
There is a conduit here, yeah. But I also have a bunch of sea pickles everywhere to light it up because this particular area is also much more visible from the outside. So I wanted to make sure that you could actually see what's inside through the glass.
Oh, this is the sea turtle ship.
Yeah. So my idea with this particular ship was to have it almost be like a giant greenhouse where it would have different like nature reserve areas inside. So that's kind of what I've been working on over here. And I decided to do this ocean themed one here in the front. Since again, it kind of relates to my parade, and since I'm not actually building a float myself, I can do something a little bit larger scale.
Yeah.
And so this was partially inspired by the Calperians that Nola made last season on 10th Forward, but it's also just more of a general ocean type area.
Very cool. So you've got you said you wanted to do sea creatures for your overall inspiration for your ship. So you've got different types of sea creatures: sharks, manta rays, sea turtles. Now, was that what led you to pick World Ocean Day in particular? Because you were like, most of these sea creatures live in world oceans. Or
yeah.
Do you have any personal connection with World Ocean Day?
Or... I mean, other than just it being, the oceans being something that I care about in general, yes. Conservation of the ocean is certainly important. And, especially coral reefs, which are kind of dying all over the place.
Yeah.
And so,
yeah. Well, not all over the place, but mostly in the places that used to have coral reefs.
Exactly. But
It's
some of the
very
conservation,
localized.
right?
Whoa. Spectator mode, I fly way faster. It is wild how much of a difference like the daylight in your area versus the lighting inside of the ship here.
Some of it might be because you're in spectator mode, so you're not getting the conduit power.
Well, no, because when I was over here in the sea turtle, it's like a tropical daylight underwater.
Yeah,
It's very bright.
it's just weird because like it doesn't look that dark to me inside of the other ship, so I don't know if it's just a
Yeah,
difference in settings or resource factor or something that I have that makes
yeah,
it look not as dark. Yeah, I might have water fog turned off or something.
yeah. I don't know if I can turn off the fog settings. Boy, sodium. Use fog occlusion.
No, now I'm thinking about it. I think it's something I have with like Tweakaroo or something to just remove underwater
Enable
fog. There's
environmental
environmental
fog.
fog.
Yeah, let's try
That might
that one.
help. Oh, there we go.
Okay, yeah, this is way brighter under here. Now I also gave myself night vision effect, so
Yeah, that's
slash
more. That's closer
effect
to how I see it.
clear. Joe Hill says that's still significantly better than it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like over here, I have my own sort of feature of the ways in which people are trying to conserve coral
Mm-hmm.
reefs, which is by building artificial reefs. So this is sort of a little like monument to that. Like some cities that have light rail or subway systems, when their train cars get old and decommissioned, they
Mm-hmm.
just strip them of all the paint and fixtures and everything, and just literally just ship them out to the ocean and dump them in the water to become artificial reefs. So that's why I have this here.
That's cool. The underground is now undersea. Hey, we got our first tip of the stream rolling in. Let's go see who that's from real quick. It's from Steven, who says, I would like to shout out the Ocean of Tranquility on the moon. And we're going to rotate the camera now 10 degrees angular, one for each dollar that has just rolled in. Do. Thank you very much, Steven, for supporting the arts and my work in particular. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay. This is a fantastic little turtle rarium. I'm not... Ooh, it's World Ocean Day, and Swanee points out that that's not really a world ocean. It's more of a moon ocean. Good catch, Swanee. That attention to detail is very endearing. Okay. I'm going to try putting my glass in a different place than usual, because I swapped the location of the microphone stand to the opposite side. And I'm going to hope that I don't reflexively just knock the glass over, which is what almost always happens every time. And now the boom mic is falling. 1 second. I'm going to mute real quick while I fix my mic. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, I think the mic is fixed. I got rid of all of the cables that were all over the desk, making a huge mess. So the whole desk is much nicer. It's just different. Because I also rotated... I moved the mic stand to the other side of the table and did some other changes. I think this should be better on the whole in the long term, but I don't know yet. We'll find out. Oh, yeah, this might not work at all for craft streams, too. We'll figure that out, too. Oh, well. So this middle part here has like a carved... Is that going to be a river in that, leading from the
Yeah. I'm gonna have a waterfall and river coming out of there, snaking around, and then going into a lake, and then I'll probably build some like pipes or something underneath to be like the water's being recycled through the different areas.
Well, that's cool. I like this covered bridge.
Yeah, it's inspired by one that is near my grandparents' house that is actually still being used by cars.
Oh, that's cool. The old Beetlejuice style ones where it's like, make sure to stop and check, see if somebody's coming in the other way.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I really like the turtle shells. Like, I don't know if it's a geodesic frame technically,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
the shape is an
reminiscent.
icosahedron. Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Okay. So let's
Yeah,
go
and even
and oh, one.
I was gonna say, even though I built up in the sky so I wouldn't have to terraform, I'm also using this as an opportunity to practice terraforming on a set scale.
In what way? Oh, you mean
Oh,
at
in the
inside the ship? Yeah,
inside the ship. Yeah, yeah.
that makes sense. Oh boy. You also, these ships are so huge they cast these massive shadows. Um, Now for the shark ship, you have the shadow. Actually, your partner base like actually like terraform the land in the shape of the shadow of the ship.
Yep,
And
that's a silt basin project, and
yeah,
yeah, we
whereas down here, this is just like darkness in a what do you call it? A cherry blossom biome. Have you considered making any changes to that? Also, there's like a random farm or something here. I don't know what this is.
oh yeah, that that needs to be torn down. I used that as a dripstone farm when I needed a bunch of dripstone, and then I removed all the dripstone because I needed it, and now I just need to take the rest of the farm down. It was meant to be temporary.
Gotcha. No, that's fair. But yeah, just the scale of these just blots out the sun, which is fun. Okay, we're going to go back inside our parade route. The environmental footprint of your work persists. Exactly.
If you, by the way, if you look over down below in the silt basin, there's actually a silt basin now.
Oh.
So the basin right over there, as you load in, should switch.
This silt basin, presumably.
Yes.
Yeah,
No
in
wonder
the water
why that's a
itself.
little clearer.
I think I need night vision. Hold on. /give. Joe Hill says night effect. Or no, it's /effect. Give. Joe Hill says night vision. And then infinite. Oh, yeah, this looks really good underneath here. Wow, and that goes quite a ways.
So the silt is finally here.
Woo.
With a lot of zombie skeleton horses underneath.
Nice. And zombie Nautilus too, apparently. That's cool.
Yeah, in preparation for the event, we've finished up the silt basin and the mudding of the mountain. But the best mini representation is where our plaza is these days. So
Oh,
that
that's
one
right.
is
I need to move the plaza world spawn over.
yeah,
So
it should be in the jellyfish.
in the jellyfish should be the world spawn. Okay. So I'm gonna go do that now.
Good idea.
I had meant what I should have done that when Chef Nutmeg was like, I need somebody to teleport me over. That's part of why we were doing that, was so that anybody could get here by just ender pearling through an end portal. Okay, so Blarg. /set world spawn.
It might be best to set it over more where I'm standing, so you have a clear skyline, and so people don't spawn on top of the jellyfish.
Oh yeah, that's probably wise. Because you'll spawn in the highest place possible, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we got a map here showing the silt basin there. That's really cool how that looks on the map. Neat stuff. Kindle says, love how Grits Road is at the top of the map. Oh, well, let me go back and find it now. Oh, yeah. Yep, there's our parade floats from last time. All out that way. Okay. So now that we've got the night vision, let's poke our heads back into the ship. We are 20 minutes out of an hour into the build contest. And we're going to see how folks are doing here. Oh yeah, the night vision makes it way easier to see these. A lot of floats going on. Okay. A lot of nautili.
We just brought a few for purposes.
Fair enough. So why is it that only this one part of the water flows back this way? Is that because the rest of it's flowing downward where it hits the curtain?
Yeah, basically.
Gotcha.
Minecraft water physics. Who can understand them?
Apparently. Okay, so this is looking pretty cool already. As you can tell, folks on this server work really hard for the first 3 months to get these bases kind of established that would then serve as the home of these events later on. We have Gritmongers over there, Kindalis is here, Stellar Spiders, I believe, out there. We have some others off in the distance as well. 3 different bases, that platform, and the bridge itself. We're going to be hosting other events throughout the year. I don't have the list in front of me. That should be probably something I'd try to have ready next time. That's all right. No one in particular says Ender Pearl through the fountain gets you to world spawn. Ender Pearl through the end exit should take you to world spawn. Because any items I could dump through there go to world spawn, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Bum bum bum. Oh, that's a train bridge. That's cool. This whole bit over here, this shipping yard is new. I like these train tracks. I don't know if they work at human scale.
They're a bit larger than human scale, but that's what you have to do sometimes in Minecraft.
Yeah, they definitely they look like human scale is 1.5 meters wide. Gotcha. And these are 2 meters wide. Still very cool. Got some tree farms here, it looks like. Ooh, shipping container moving crane thing. For loading stuff onto and off of the trains. Very cool. I know Corrales did a big port one year. I don't remember if he had these crane type things. But we also didn't have like a lot of the chains and stuff we do these days. Yeah, these copper chains are doing a lot of heavy lifting here. Both figuratively and literally on this build. That's really cool. Yeah, pun intended. I don't know if it's technically a pun. Time set day. Ba 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 ba. End rods can't go underwater? Really?
Yep, I found that out while I was
Yeah.
designing this build.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
But luckily the conduit power kind of gives you some night vision anyway, so you don't need it for lighting up as much.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, with the conduit power and the fog turned off, I can actually see pretty well. I don't really need proper night vision. I wish there was better sliders for changing the fog impact distance in Minecraft. I know there's mods for that, but that really feels like that should be a vanilla functionality. I don't know, guys. I only play this video game 20 to 40 hours a week. It's not like I'm going to have opinions about it. Yeah, I haven't been to the Arctic Ocean or the Indian Ocean. So I don't know what they're like, really. Probably, I imagine, large and full of water. Possibly salty. But I'm not a marine biologist. Or, I don't know that the ocean itself is biology. I'm not a marine hydrologist. Is that a thing? Hydrologist might only be about how water interacts with stone. I don't know. Yeah, if it was like an ocean of blood, people would be like, my dwarf fortress save spilling out into the real world. Yeah, Mojang still only has the two base liquids, right? Like, the new sulfur biomes, that, like, those sulfur pools or whatever, I don't think that's actually, like, a different liquid. I think that's just, like, the water being next to those blocks is corrupted in some way. Or are there, like, buckets of sulfur water now? I don't keep up with all these updates. Welcome, Puzzle Crow. Welcome, Razor Randon. I don't think they're giving us new bucketable liquids.
Yeah, there's no new liquids. It's just the sulfur itself will affect water within a certain range.
Yeah, it's a shame, you know, since they're kind of going for the fall update for Drop 3. When I think about Halloween-themed fluids, I think of the inside of glow sticks. They should have bucketable glowing liquids to go with their Halloween trees in Drop 3 of the year. Like, you know, just like neon blue, neon green, neon purple, neon pink. You can have yellow and orange as well, but we've already got yellow and orange leaves in the update, so I don't want those colors to be overrepresented. I don't know. Neon purpler. I just want to be able to dump buckets of glowing fluid on the ground. Hey, Badger Spanner joined the game. Welcome, Badger Spanner. Yeah, just casually.
Hi.
I don't know if your mic is on.
I am not in the chat right now.
Oh, okay. Because, yeah, you said hi, but it didn't come through.
I am
Oh.
a random build.
Oceanographer is what no one in particular says would be somebody who studies the ocean. Really? That's not somebody who, like, charts the ocean? I think an oceanographer is probably somebody who charts the ocean. Like a cartographer is somebody who charts carts. Badger, are you in the jellyfish?
I am. I'm having fun in it.
Oh yeah,
There
there's
it-
a water tube you can swim through to get to the ship.
Going around it.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a docking bay. Go down to see the Ocean Day Parade. There's also, what is this, like a lactation room?
It's just a little bed where people can sleep away the night if they spawn in and it's nighttime.
Oh, I was going to say, this is very modern and ready for working mothers, but no, apparently not. They get no quarter here. It reminds me of the little things they have at the airport for that. I don't know if every airport has those or just Nashville Airport, but it seems like a pod that's mass produced. Yeah, you could put a cow in there. Have a cow, man.
Yeet.
Just like on The Simpsons. Luckily, you're at World Spawn.
Yep.
Yep, the builds are cool. This is a parade float build contest.
So how do I get down safely?
So there's like a water thing that connects.
I'm literally on the wall.
Oh, well, World Spawn is larger than just. So if you spawned on the wall, you should be able to maybe hop down into the.
Without killing myself.
Yeah. So if you come over here, you could probably jump down into the water.
I can. Oh, hello.
Trying to figure out
You're down here.
where you are.
So yeah, here. I'm just below you.
Oh. Well, then you already jumped down.
I did. And I was like, ah. There you go. I was going the right way originally.
Yes.
Oh, I was going through another one of its legs.
Do all of the octopus's legs have water conduits in them?
Jellyfish.
Jellyfish
Just the
legs?
two that connect to the ship and the lighthouse, so that way people can get from one place to the other without elytras.
Gotcha. Badger, can you hear MJ? Have you joined the voice chat?
I haven't joined anything right now.
Okay. The other legs spawn mobs. Oh, okay.
They should all be lit up.
There's a lot of things that should be that aren't.
Yay. Thank you, Desire.
So that ion engine effect you've got here, that's like a wall of lights with multiple levels of glass here.
Yep. I think you were trying to do something in the nether like that. And
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, kind of, you still got the grid to some degree, but
yeah, the only way to get rid of that is if you have like a connected textures mod or something.
yeah, which I'm not gonna do. Because then other people's builds won't look right. But yeah, no, that looks very cool. Okay. About 26 minutes remaining, people. Just as a reminder, I never remember to say that at the correct times. So you won't necessarily get like a 30-minute warning. You'll get like a 33-minute warning and a 26-minute warning. Split the difference, kind of. No one in particular says no empty spaces between the glass. No, there are definitely empty spaces between the glass. That was what made that work, was that there was like 1 meter of glass, 1 meter of air, 1 meter glass, 1 meter of air. If I switch back to spectator mode, see, air, glass, glass. Are these all the same color the whole way through? They're all like the light blue?
Yep.
That's cool.
You might be able to mix colors and blend them together, but that's not something I've personally tried before.
Mm-hmm.
Or not.
It breaks down when you make colors. Gotcha. I wasn't sure if you could do like white to lighten colors or things like that. It's because what's this down here? Clearly it's an animal pen. No,
yeah,
it's
that's just about like
it's a
70
corpse
skeleton
pen.
horses or so.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's just oops all skeletons.
Yeah, Alpaca was collecting the skeleton horses when we had the Everstorm and keeping them in a lovely pasture.
Wow.
So it's just a few.
There's odd environmental impacts of having a storm run for 3 months. Huh?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Who knew? So the different ships seem to have slightly different, like, engine setups. I guess that the turtle one you haven't actually put glass in yet, but you've left room for it.
Oh yeah. That's on my list of things to do, and I even have the glass, but I just haven't gotten around to putting it in yet.
Well, no rush, because as I've been telling people, this season of Hermitcraft is a decked out season. So we're not resetting the world
Yeah, that's fair.
anytime soon. And the 11Storm server's reset date is going to be based on whenever Hermitcraft resets. So, in fact, it'll be even longer, because this server won't reset until Season 12 launches. So if there's like a 2-week delay between when Season 11 stops and when Season 12 starts or whatever, then this server will stay up, basically, until the Season 12 server launches. Swanee says, thank goodness I'm so behind on building. No worries, Swanee. You've got plenty of time. We all do. Thank Tango. Just as a reminder, if anybody would like to join this Discord server or the Minecraft server, $5 a month gets you on the Discord, $10 a month gets you on the Minecraft server via patreon.com/JoeHills. The folks here some of these folks have been playing on here for years. Others are joining recently, like in the last year or two. So if you're like, wow, this is really intimidating, it's like, well, not everybody here has been here forever. So, and, you know, I've been streaming and whatnot. I've been streaming since 2008. I've been running Minecraft servers like this since probably 2018, 2019. All this stuff is going to be around for a while. I've been doing it for a while. It's going to be around for a while. You could join next month, and then 10 years from now be one of the people who everybody's like, oh yeah, they've been here forever. One of the things I really liked about the book Constellation Games by Leonard Richardson was the argument made. One of the humans asked when they were contacted by this group of 17 different alien species that called themselves the Constellation, why would we want to join the Constellation? Like, it seems like you guys are just a bunch of terrifying aliens from outer space. And it's like, yeah, but one day wouldn't you like to be the terrifying aliens from outer space? Dare to dream, you know? But yeah, also, one of the things we're doing this season on the 11Storm server is that we are alternating where world spawn is. Every time we host a parade float build contest, we move world spawn to the home of the latest float contest. And the idea is that way, no matter what time in the season you join the server, you're going to have the opportunity to settle somewhere near a world spawn that's not just immediately surrounded on all sides in every direction. Like, obviously, there is a lot of stuff already settled out in this area, but if you go out that way, you don't have to go too far to get to some, available undiscovered... It's maybe not undiscovered country, but there's some land out there. Although, it looks like... Has Kindless just enclosed all of this over here? I'm assuming that was Kindless who made the giant stone square.
It's
It was a building reference.
Gotcha. Well, okay, you could go out that way. Des says it was a building reference. I took down most of it. Or that was our boundary. Ah, gotcha. But yeah. So in theory, the world spawn is going to change every month, and there will be some place that you could get to in a reasonable amount of time that isn't settled yet. So, anyway. This is the 11Storm server. With 2 bases and 3 roads, we need a bit of space. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Open bag 2 fell from a high place. Please no teleport. How's this project going? I really like these clouds. It reminds me of something out of like Mario RPG. Okay, Open Bag 2 originally said, please no teleport. Now please teleport. Well, Open Bag 2, just go through the end portal. You can throw an ender pearl through. So if you go to the end and then throw a pearl through the portal, you should come out at world spawn. And world spawn is now here at the build. I mostly want to see if this works. If you don't have any ender pearls when you get to the end, you can just slay endermen.
Yeah, we have a whole combined Ender Blender and mail room where you can blend them in and get mail.
Well, there you go. Speaking of mail, howdy, Mailman Dave. Minnie Zoikins says about the server, come play. I only just planted wheat yesterday. Perfect time to join the early game. Yeah. This is going to be a long season. Plenty of time to play. Mailman Dave says, I misread Open Bag 2's text as I need to find my wigs. Yeah, in Minecraft there are wigs. You can get like a skeleton wig and a creeper wig and a pumpkin wig. Welcome, Sammy Stuffies. Appreciate the Sammy raid. We are currently doing a parade float build contest for World Ocean Day. Our teams are inside here. Oh, I need to set my game mode back to creative so I can get the conduit power. Teams are building their parade floats inside of this shark-shaped ship here. So we're giving them time to cook, and we will review all the builds on the hour in about 17 minutes. So 17-minute warning, y'all. Howdy, NJ. Hope you're having a good day. Chef Nutmeg says, Dottie made my skin just for the parade. Ooh, special skins. So if we switch our game mode to spectator, the problem is we need to /effect give. Joe Hill says night vision infinite. Let's because otherwise we can't see in there. A lot of swimsuits here today, really?
Yeah, several of us made swimsuit skins or used ones we already had.
Oh, that's fun. Beach party.
I went for
Yep.
the Jazzy Dax look myself.
There you go. Classic. Do beds work underwater? Is that why people didn't have their spawns set?
No, they do.
Okay.
Beds work. I don't think they waterlog though. So it'll just look weird.
So this ship is basically like some of the other ships are like farms and stuff in them, but this one exists primarily or entirely for the parade. Or
Yeah, pretty much. It's also meant to be like a carrier, so that's why I
Mhm.
have a couple of launch pads there. One with another ship coming off of it,
Yeah.
and on the sides are where I'm gonna have like happy gas, which are gonna be like the little shuttles.
Oh,
I'm still working on that part, but yeah.
okay. When you say the sides, you mean like the wings?
No, so on the inside, you can see in the front there. There's like multicolored rooms on the sides.
Oh, those are for happy guests. Gotcha.
And shout out to
What
Kindless's
is
Ice
this?
Farm for producing the blue ice I used for the ceilings and floors there.
That's cool. So how would you get the happy guest in and out? Are you gonna have like doors?
Yeah, I'm still figuring that out, but yeah, there's going to be like bay doors on the outside kind of thing, because obviously happy guests will drown in water, so they're going for sort of a hybrid approach where like some of the ship parts are underwater and some have air.
Do splash potions of underwater breathing work on them?
Maybe, but you'd have to continuously apply it.
Well, I mean, if their pen is air, but like they move through the water on the way to
Oh,
and
I
from.
see. Yeah, this might work.
I think conduits only affect players, but I'm not sure. They affect players and drowned. Welcome, Maria Salas. We're doing a parade float build contest here on the 11Storm server for World Ocean Day. The contestants have about 12 minutes. We are going to be judging the parade floats on the hour. Pearl through the end portal works correctly. Yay! Yeah, we'll let Pearl know. Thank you, Badger. Yeah, I'm worried that this microphone thing is going to be a problem with the water.
Yeah.
Because
You
that's...
have to drink.
Yeah, I'm just not going to probably... You drink very much during the streams, or I'm going to have to keep it over here, but then I'm going to be knocking into the abacus with it.
Yeah. Not the best setup.
No. You move the abacus over this way? I don't know. It's a mess. I thought I was getting clever. Moving the mic to the other side, but... Is this tower Dottie Matrix's area? Say, this doesn't really look like a tower. It's like...
That's
this is mine. It's my villa that I'm working on, and over here is Chef's, that thing. And then there's an abandoned what's it called? Foundation. Just for mountain shows.
Oh. Let's clear the weather. I do want to go show off real quick the ghost city over here. The wool on this creates one of the best optical illusions I've seen in Minecraft.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so there's black wool and colored wool inside of these. And so, yeah, the buildings, as you fly
That's
up
so
or down,
cool.
yeah. But when you fly over them, they just have black roofs. Stellar Spider says, with luck, we'll build even more rainbow structures over there. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
one of the
Speaking of the
weirder...
Ghost City, now's probably a good time to mention that we're going to do a Pride event on June 28th in that
Oh, that's
area.
fun.
And you and Badger are welcome to come if you want to, and just hang out.
I appreciate the invite. I'm not sure about our calendar.
You don't have to
But-
respond now. We're just extending it. And yeah, if you want to, even if you want to participate, we can provide building materials and stuff.
Oh, that's cool. Well, yeah, I hope you all have fun whether or not I can attend. Because, yeah, that's close to PlayOnCon, and so not sure what's happening with people coming into town early and stuff. But yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we'll post more details later today. Just wanted to go ahead and mention that.
Excellent. I should probably mention that I am a guest of PlayOnCon this year. And if anybody is still on the fence about attending, there might still be a few rooms available. PlayOnCon.com/memberships. Okay. And let's see, we are also about 8 minutes away from the end of the build contest. Just as a reminder, tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. We're doing rotational tips, rotating the camera 1 degree angular for every dollar that rolls in. You are also welcome to shout out your favorite ocean in tips, although we will not allow similar divisive regionalism in the regular chat. This is how society functions. Obviously, money allows you to have bolder, more divisive opinions. I feel like that I need to refine this political commentary. There's something here. I'm noodling on it. Swanee size. Can we share cool ocean stories? Yes. You can also share warm ocean stories. There's an entire range of temperature stories that you can share. But just no unbridled cheerleading for particular oceans. Except in tips. Okay. Bum 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 bum. So, what's up with these like random rectangular frames? Is that part of your build or is that part of the parade floats?
It's
Like
part of the parade, but kind of an extra thing
Okay.
that some of the people are doing.
Gotcha. Interesting. Chef Nutmeg says, I did a trip to the Algarve in Portugal years ago, and we found a stunning grotto where it had a hole in part of the cave that was a perfect picture frame to the ocean. That's cool. Yeah, I've never been to Portugal.
That's pretty.
I'm trying to think if I've been to any grottos. I mean, I think there's a place called the Ave Maria Grotto that my parents took me when I was a kid. That sounds Catholic and real. I don't think it was near the ocean. Is this the guy that made all the crazy miniatures? Yeah. So there's this monk. The Ave Maria Grotto is home to the fruitful labor of Brother Joseph Zottel, a Benedictine monk of St. Bernard Abbey. And he created these wild miniatures in what's like the Abbey is a former quarry, or I guess maybe I think a lot of the brothers were. I think it was an Abbey and a quarry at the same time, but now it's no longer functioning as a quarry. And it's now a 4-acre park full of these crazy miniatures this guy made. Like it was like his life's work. That's one of the cool things about being a monk is back before you could TikTok this stuff, you would just like the church would just be like, hey, if you spend some of your time mining stone, you can spend the rest of your time just filling the entire landscape with miniatures. But yeah, he built like buildings from all over the world. He built like creatures like dragons and stuff. He started in like 1934, and I'm not sure how it was like the work of decades, just like filling this whole quarry thing. Hey, real quick, thank you very much to all the clownfish and parrotfish in chat who tipped 86 and say happy undersea pride. Woo! Let's see, 86 is going on the abacus. Bum, 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 bum. And that is going to get us to rotate to 96 degrees angular. Here we go. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. No one in particular says, I've been to the ocean once in Oregon. There were little jellyfish all over the beach. That's interesting. I've never been to Oregon, I don't think. I've been to Washington State and I've been to California, but they were like separate trips. I didn't drive between them via Oregon. But rotating the camera now to 96 degrees. Thank you very much, clownfish and parrotfish. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. We are now $84 away from being completely upside down. Oh, no. Sorry. This guy's miniatures were installed in the gardens in 1934. He was doing this like in like the late 1800s. Let me it's the only grotto I think I've ever been to other than the ones in MCC Island, so sorry I don't have more grotto-related stories.
Don't read it.
Well, maybe, do you want to... I haven't promised anything. Okay, so let's see, gallery here. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we'll go there in Alabama at some point. So, I remember thinking that the dragon was really impressive. Hey, we've got about 2 minutes left. Let me actually pull up the proper thing so I can see the second hand on the clock. Yeah, we got about 1 minute and 33 seconds left because I'm really good at knowing what times things are. Does Santa's Grotto count? I've never been to Santa's Grotto. What is that?
That's where you meet Santa.
In a grotto?
Yeah.
They never called it Santa's Grotto when I was a kid.
It is everywhere else.
Everywhere else, like
in the UK and Europe and...
Gotcha. Yeah, in the United States, like, I think they just, like, call it, like, the North Pole.
Yeah, but it's a grotto in the North Pole.
Oh. Okay. We have about 45 seconds remain. Woo. Americans don't have Santa's Grotto. No, we don't call it that. It's just like you can go visit Santa at the mall or at Macy's. But like you just sit
The structure that
yeah, the
it
structure
sits in is called a grotto.
yeah, we don't call that structure that. Santa's Workshop. Yeah, that's the Santa's Workshop and the North Pole are the two that I've seen too, Chef Nutmeg. Workshop was the word I was having a hard time thinking of. Anyway, 3, 2, 1, pencils down. Stop building. Okay, so we are going to have whoever is in front here. Plot 1, open bag 2. Please present your build.
Hello, Joe. Hello, chat. So my float today is a diorama of Star Trek IV, the one with the whales. Down
Okay.
here you have George and Gracie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Down here you have George and Gracie holding up the parade float, and inside the probe, I don't know if you have note block noises on,
I
and
do.
whether
It's
you can
really
hear this.
loud. I can barely
Yeah,
hear you
sorry
over the
about
no block
that.
noises.
But I'll turn it off.
Yeah.
Thematically appropriate sounds of the whale probe. So, yeah.
Okay. Swanee hit the ground too hard. See, you can fall out of the ocean. It's not just a Hunter S. Thompson thing. Okay, so let's see who is up next. A strong opener from Open Bag 2. Next up, we've got Amanita in Plot 2. Swanee says, I got knocked down.
When I get up again.
You're never gonna keep me down. Okay, so Amanita, are you gonna present in text or in voice?
I can talk if you can hear me.
I can hear you. Yeah, what are we looking at here?
Well, it was supposed to be an anglerfish, or the ratioidae. She is a lady because the males are actually very tiny and they attach themselves with their tiny denticles to the females and become incapable of being an independent fish on their own.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Very cool. Superstone writes, I like the block choices here. Dang it, Superstone, that's what I was going to say. Now I don't get to say it because it looks like I'm copying you. But yeah, no, this is an excellent block palette. I like the dimensionality of it. Very cool. Thank you, Amanita, from Plot 2. Moving into Plot 3, we've got Swanee, who, fell out
I'm
of the
busy
world.
flying back, Joe.
Okay. Do you want to talk me through what I'm looking at here, though?
I can do. So, in my continuing theme of teaching a little bit of odd British history, but also making things that float but don't actually float, we have the raising of the Mary Rose.
So,
This
tell us
was
about the Mary Rose.
Yes, the largest ship produced under King Henry VIII was set out as the leader of a battle fleet that was going to take on the French. Unfortunately, during manoeuvres and having its lower gun ports open, it overbalanced and sank, taking almost all of its crew with it. The wreck was known for a while, but then became lost and was rediscovered 2 more times. In the 70s, it was fully rediscovered and it was identified, given its location in Portsmouth Harbour, that it was likely to be destroyed by erosion very quickly. So a huge effort was put together to actually put this giant yellow structure under the Mary Rose and have it transport all the way out of the water. It was put into a special facility in the Royal Dockyards in Portsmouth and has been slowly being dried out over the succeeding 40 years. It has been an amazing resource for our understanding.
For understanding of what?
I do apologise. The equipment that was available. I keep on forgetting to press my button. It was very important for our understanding of the equipment soldiers used during the the King Henry VIII and the Tudor era,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been an amazing resource of history. I will say I looked incredibly hard to find a shipwreck anywhere in the world that had a famously queer story, given that this is Pride Month.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't find one that was nice and clear, but it was long known and understood that the Royal Navy was a hotbed of a queer refuge for a lot of men, because they were long journeys with exclusively male crews.
Mhm.
Lots of things became normal and accepted, and I thought it was important to note that given what month we're in.
Fair enough. Thank you so much, Swanee, for the raising of the Mary Rose. Little historical tidbit from up UK way. Now we are moving further down the seabed to Gripmonger's plot 4. What have we got, Gripmonger?
Hi. This may look like a bog standard ship, but what I've built is the Calypso, the ship that was piloted and crewed by Jacques Cousteau and his cohorts. It features to me very much for World Ocean because it was through first the French leadership in aqualung research, and specifically Cousteau's implementation of the not the rebreather, but the regulator, and then his pioneering work in underwater photography and underwater conservation, all done with the Calypso, which was a retrofitted US British run minesweeper, which meant that among all the types of vessels running in the 20th century, it was wooden hulled to avoid setting off magnetic mines.
Mm-hmm.
It was originally retrofitted as a ferry for the island of Cyprus before it was actually purchased by a British wealthy person and then leased to Jacques Cousteau for £1 a year.
Very cool.
And it represents World Ocean Day because that was how I got my start and my first inklings to try and be a marine biologist as well. I got as far as the biology degree, but didn't get much further. But if you've seen any National Geographics, he was always at the end of that with magnificent photos of underwater sea life. And I know this is underwater, but it represents the 6 days that the Calypso was accidentally sunk before it was raised again.
Oh, okay, so I was going to ask if this ship is actually at the bottom of the sea, and the answer is not now, but it was earlier.
Briefly, yes.
Briefly, yes. Yeah, my bad. Oops, sorry. Very cool. Thank you, Gripmonger. Another bit of history for World Ocean Day. Then, is this bubble thing a float? Kindleus, what are we looking at here?
Hey, Joe. I put pictures of my float in the 11Storm general chat because it has hidden messages inside of it. And I figured you'd want to see what those messages are before you show the whole world, because that's the reasonable way to do things when you're an adult.
Well, I mean, I'm already streaming, and alt-tabbing out is not super great for that, but let me go figure out which...
But I've been working on figuring out how to show two-dimensional images in three-dimensional spaces.
Gotcha.
So the trick here is if you stand on specific copper trapdoors, you will see the message, but if you don't, it just looks like some ice innocently floating in, a protest space.
Fair enough. Well, so yeah, I probably would have to take down the VOD.
That's why I wanted to show the pictures to you, so you could just appreciate it without having ruined a VOD.
Yeah.
For everyone.
Okay. Thank you for continuing to push the envelope, Kindleus. Alrighty. So, that's basically unjudgeable. So, not necessarily disqualified, but yeah, if I can't show the thing on stream and it's a stream parade float build contest, then it's...
People can join the Patreon and the server and come see it
people
themselves.
Who join the server are welcome to engage with this at their own level of involvement. Another disqualification on the books for Kindles. How many is that this time?
Maybe 4.
Yeah. Alrighty. Up next, we've got Dez with the Silt Basin Mud Skipper. What is that, Dez?
Yeah, so this is a mud skipper. I wanted one because because it's the silt basin below, and I figured it was thematic to have a little buddy, and also have this be my my area's attempt at a ship. If it wanted to be similar to our reef sky peoples, so I
Is
just made
this
the
like an
guy.
actual mammal? Is this a real thing? It looks kind of like a
This is a
beaver.
real guy. He's a real guy. He's a mud skipper.
I've never heard of that except in Dungeon Crawler Curl, where it's used as a pejorative for fish.
A mud skipper is a fish that can kind of hop across water. It's in the Atlantic. There's the Atlantic mud skipper,
Oh.
and they're really cute. They do crawl in the mud, so they are like basically they're amphibious fish. They're not supposed to be kept submerged continuously, but I figured this guy would be fine since there's you know, magic.
Yeah.
So he underwater they rely on their gills to breathe and use like a periscope like vision to hunt, but they basically have a little like oxygen tank in them, which is really cool. Yeah, they're really cool little guys. I like them a lot, and they're kind of ridiculous looking, so that's why.
Very cool. Okay, well, thank you very much, Dez. And then let's see what we got here. It's hard to fly when I'm. It's Dottie with plot 7.
Hi, Joe. Yes, it's true that I once life as a guy who always had to rhyme life with strife. Yes, I've been burned, I've been spurned, and through it all, yes, I have learned that love is not about whether you get stabbed, but how slowly the knife gets turned. But my friends, I've found an animal who doesn't feel this pain, and my life is so much better now that I can feel the same. Because you can't hate the night if you've lived your whole life without light, and you can't hate the dish if you've only ever eaten fish. And you can't feel alone if it's all you've ever known. Yeah, the deep sea anglerfish has no reason to be happy, but it has no frickin' idea what else to be.
Okay, so we have a deep sea anglerfish with accompanying poem, presumably composed by Dottie Matrix.
Not composed by me. This is a song by Hank Green.
Oh. Okay, well, that's not going to get you as many points then.
That's okay.
Okay. Amanita says it is beautiful. Yeah, Amanita, I believe, also made an anglerfish. So we've got a couple contestants vying for anglerfish optimization. Very cool. Thank you very much, Dottie Matrix. This one also, I see it's got these hanging bits. Are those weights to keep it from hitting the ceiling? What's the thought there?
Well, yeah, how else am I going to weigh a balloon down underwater?
Okay, that's fair. I appreciate the thought put into that. And Stellar Spider says, save them before they're leftovers. What are we looking at here, Stellar? Typing today. That's fine. You don't have to type the whole paragraph. Okay, here we go. This is a Tupperware container full of rare fish. And apparently no follow-up. Okay, so, yeah. Because I made a giraffe fish, rhino seal, flamingo seahorses, and a sloth starfish. Oh, these are flamingo seahorses. I thought these were some sort of krill. These are very cute. I like the giraffe fish. They're 2 in a krillion. Very nice. I thought it was a skizfish. All our life here on Earth depends on the ocean. So working on that saves a lot more wildlife. Oh, it's a metaphor. I get it now. That took me a minute. Because I was just thinking like, oh, this is some sort of burp the Tupperware joke. but that's not it at all. It just happens to have Tupperware because it's saving the fish. Oh. Okay. Now the hard part. I gotta judge this.
I believe there's one more float from Superstone.
Wait, Superstone, where's
to
your
your right.
float?
It's back at the front. Because I only had enough space for 8 floats, and we ended up having 9 participants. He's over to the side.
Oh,
right
is that this? Is this the green ship?
Yep.
Okay, Superstone. Wow me. What's up? What is this?
Howdy there. Yes, sir. This here, I'm still working on getting my way over it, but this here is the LGF5, the lime green flash. It's the fastest underwater vessel you are ever gonna see. This baby has top speeds of 300 miles an hour. That's underwater, mind you. That's a lot harder than going 300 miles an hour
really,
on land.
I don't know what the fastest underwater vessel is, but it's got to be nowhere near that. That is okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are fully in the future, and it can double if you feel like it. As a research vessel, comes equipped with places to hang your scuba gear. And not much else, really. It's designed for speed, not for storage.
Yeah, clearly. It must be. Wow. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I'm having a hard time. I'm trying to mentally model what could possibly go 300 miles an hour under the water. Swanee says that that's mean you're flying at a gas. I mean, yeah, I guess you could theoretically vaporize the air around you and have like hydrofoil legs under your ship and basically turn the undersea like, wow. That's an interesting challenge. I don't know. I don't know how to go that fast underwater, but I'm sure it would involve some nonsense. Swanee says there are some super cavitating torpedoes I can do 80 miles an hour fast. Yeah. Yeah. It's like
the Marlin can do 120 miles an hour.
Is the Marlin a torpedo?
That's a fish, the swordfish.
Okay. Swordfish can go 120 miles an hour? Jeez. That's wild. Okay, and this thing goes 300.
Yep.
Oh boy. Could somebody actually get the real top speed of a swordfish? Because Swanee is claiming that's not correct, and I'm inclined to agree. Okay, well this has broken my brain. Because like there's a certain level of suspension of disbelief we put into everything we do here, but like, wow. Okay. So 60 miles an hour says Hexdawn. Well, Hexdawn makes puppets, so I trust Hexdawn to know how fast fish are. Also high. Okay. Okay. So now I've got to judge these, which is the hard part. So, boy. Okay. Just going with my gut here rather than deliberating for an extensive amount of time. After looking at all of these and flying back through them just to make sure I didn't forget any, we are going to give third place to Stellar Spider. MJ Alpaca, did you have any particular themed gifts or particular what do you call it? Themed prizes? Coral? Is coral a good
Can we
prize?
get some budding amethyst?
Budding amethyst. Oh, yeah, we can do that. So Stellar Spider is going to get 16 netherite blocks as well as 16 budding amethysts. There we go. I actually, it took me a minute to figure this one out, but I actually really do like it. Well, here's the thing, is I like the sea creatures from the beginning. I just couldn't figure out what I was looking at. I couldn't, but then once you like really hammered in the metaphor, I was like, oh, okay. So, excellent contribution, Stellar. Okay, let's see, rolling back through. Number 2 is going to be the Mud Skipper. I had no idea that this existed as a real thing. I thought that was just from Dungeon Crawler Carl. And this was our pal Dez. So we're going to /give Desire Fire, Netherite Block. Come on. 32. And Amethyst block. Or Amethyst. Is it Amethyst Bud?
Budding Amethyst.
Budding Amethyst. And you know what? We got a couple great history lessons here. But this ship being accidentally on the bottom of the ocean for 6 days is a lot funnier than that ship being lost with all hands, basically. So these are both great historical contributions to the build contest, but I'm going to go with first place going to Gritmonger for this incredible Jack Cousteau build. The name of the ship is not on there. It's plot 4. I forget what you said the name of the ship was, Gritmonger. I didn't write it down. The Calypso. Thank you. So we're going to /give Gritmonger, Budding Amethyst 64, and Netherite Block. Now, you don't have to hoard this. You can sell this or trade it for things or save people years of mining in the nether. Yeah, but this Jack Cousteau's Calypso, fantastic little build. It feels streamlined like a little parade float diorama. I like it a lot. There's a lot of great things in this build contest. Appreciate everybody showing up and making something cool to share with the server. We're going to go ahead and mention last call for tips. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. If any tips roll in after the end of this stream, don't worry. I've got another stream tonight in about 7 hours and 10 minutes. So feel free to tip. But yeah, if it takes a while to process, it might be a few hours till I thank you. I'll thank you at the beginning of the next one. Okay, MJ Alpaca, host of
Real
the
quick,
Reef.
I also wanted to mention I have some party favors here. Open Bag 2 makes some shark plushes. So I've tried to go around handing them out as we've gone, but if you don't have one, just come see me and I can get you one.
And where are those at? Or where are you at?
I'm at the front by Open Bag 2's float.
Excellent. Yeah, I was going to ask if you had any other final notes or anything you wanted to share. Appreciate you hosting. I'm looking forward to seeing how you continue to develop your little fleet here over the course of the rest of the season. Once again, because this is a decked out season of Hermitcraft, it's going to be a long one for us, so it's also going to be a long one for y'all. There's plenty of time for people to jump on the server and start building, and plenty of time for the people who have already started establishing their bases to continue to develop, refine, extend, expand, and, I don't know, craft and mine, I guess. So, excellent work. Thank you again to our host, MJ Alpaca. The more I look at this turtle, like, in the distance, I was like, I don't really get that. But, like, the more I look at it, the more I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. It's good stuff all around. So thank you, MJ Alpaca, for hosting. Thank you, everyone, for building. I'm going to do a final refresh on the tips. Looks like we're in the clear. So let's see.
And
oh, yeah.
also wanted to mention data pack requests.
Oh, yeah. What was the... I forgot that. Yeah, that is a thing. As the host of the parade, you get to make a request for a rules change or a data pack addition or something like that.
So as far as like some of the basic like quality of life stuff that we normally have, wanted to kind of get an update on like the fire tick and Enderman griefing and the see if we can get Dragon Drops Elytra back. I don't know if you wanted to just give us those today or
Can you pick one of
potentially.
those? That because those aren't really linked thematically. Which one of those would you like?
Well, I guess with those in
It's
particular,
your
the bigger
event. It's your event. You get to pick. Do you want
my main
fire
concern
tick
with those
off?
in particular was more if we could get something on the schedule if you had like a different kind of event in mind. Because I know you'd mentioned maybe also doing something because we don't have another parade for a couple months after this one.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's gonna be a thing. So, but the problem is we got Play on Con the first week of July. So yeah, trying to do something in the middle of July might be possible, but my point was that you actually have basically earned one argument in favor of adding or changing something just by hosting this. So is there one of those that you want today?
If we're just going today, then there are 2 data packs that I was going to ask for. If we only get one, then I'll just leave the choice up to you. One of them is the coral crafting data pack from Vanilla Tweaks that allows you to craft coral blocks using coral fans because the fans are renewable, but the blocks are not. So you have to devastate the environment a little bit to get the coral blocks in the vanilla game. And then the other one is a data pack that Kindle has made that allows you to turn glass blocks into helmets. So you can kind of make your own like underwater breathing or something that looks like an underwater helmet. Functionally, it just turns it into a leather helmet, so you don't get any like special benefits from the helmet itself, but you can enchant it and just use it as a decorative thing.
Let's go ahead and do the coral one. Can you post a link to that in the ops channel? And I'll
Yes,
get
I
to
will.
that the next time I hop on to do server maintenance, which will probably be Tuesday.
All right, and then I think as a follow-up to Grit's parade last month, where the data pack that was originally asked for,
Yeah,
didn't
that
pan
one
out.
wasn't gonna work. It turned out that was a yeah. Did Gritmonger have a replacement request?
We were looking at one that would kind of reproduce the thing we had last season, where you could hold it in your left hand and it would shrink you down to a very small size, and then maybe an alternate that would also let you grow to a large size.
I'm sorry. Wait, is this you're describing a Mario style mushroom?
Well,
Or
more like the rabbit foot we had last time.
Yeah. Okay. So or this Alice in Wonderland stuff. Like
Kind of. It's non-consumable. You hold it in your left hand and it makes you tiny. We were trying to do something with it last season, but we didn't get around to doing the parkour that we planned for 1/4 size.
Okay. Is that just an item that I /give people, or is that a data pack, or how would that work?
Kindleus, what were you planning? Were you planning a craftable data pack?
Yeah, I haven't figured out how to do that in a data pack.
Okay.
So it just
You
becomes
have it? Or you have?
I have it. I just haven't finished it because
Oh, okay.
I need to make sure it works in every scenario before I say yes, this is ready.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
when it's ready, post it to ops. I think that's reasonable. I think that's good. Cool. Alrighty. Well, thank you everybody for hanging out. Let's see what is going on in the broader world of Twitch. It looks like our pal Scar is about to go live. He isn't live yet, but he's got his setting up screen on. So we're gonna /raid him with the expectation that yeah, he's been setting up for 10 minutes. He's gonna go live any moment. So when you get over there, our raid message is howdy y'all, Joe Hills raid here. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. This has been a lot of fun. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Stop streaming, stopping the stream.